And for the Miami Hurricanes, they are led by Jose Keno Gondara in his 11th season as the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. We are set for volleyball on a Friday night in Coral Gables, Florida. And point number 1 this evening nearly goes to Miami. Virginia keeps it alive. They'll set things up, and that one is pounded, and it's dug out by the Cavaliers.
Great job of thinking. Good set by Yai.
Little energy here in the opening point of the match tonight. There's no settling into this one this evening.
Good defense on both sides. Great set.
Oh, and a point for Lopez. Intentional or unintentional?
Yeah, it works both ways. Very sharp there from 2-2. Good job. And we see some things that are different from the last time we were here. We have Payman Yerdimchi starting as an outside for number 14, Angela Greaves.
Lopez serving. The Miami Hurricanes, one of the best serving teams in the Atlantic Coast Conference. She is deadly. A near point for Miami. They're going to get one. They lead 2-0.
Miami, until their last match, they were #1 in scoring. I mean, this was the #1 offense in the ACC. And part of it is you're watching it right now. Grace Lopez being a lefty with that jump serve from 5-5, a very unusual angle when if you're a passer.
They lead the conference in service aces. Lopez is a big reason why. How about that dig? Whoa!
Into the net. Miami's always been a great team. I mean, modern volleyball, you need to serve. You need to try to serve to disrupt their offense. Coach Keno knows that. He will need that. Otherwise, Virginia will be able to use their middles, which I believe they have a bit of an advantage in that position.
2-1, Miami leads. Opening set in Coral Gables, Florida tonight. And give them 3. 3-1, Canes lead.
Having Janice Leao back, it's a big one. Very experienced player. You're talking about ACC, one of the best blockers in the ACC, arguably one of the best blockers in the nation. That's why she got to practice with the U.S. national team at some moment, and she's very young, so be ready to see her now back. She's been out for a long time. They were checking on the player there, number, can't see her number from here, 30-something. Yeah, she got hit in the face. That's why they were checking her out.
Make sure she's okay. So 3-1, Miami leads. All right, now it's 3-2. There's a kill, and that is the aforementioned Lauren Bowie.
Bowie, I was about to say, yeah, she has.
Freshman out of Westerville, Ohio. She got clocked in the face on that last point. She comes back and gets one of her own. So 3-2, Miami now.
Struggling a little bit with the pass there for Maria Heredia.
Oh, and a far side kill, 3-3.
Virginia, as any other team in the ACC, you cannot fall asleep on them. They have the talent to be there. You don't want to have a crazy night here.
It's Abby Tatter, number 3, the 6'2" junior. Right there in the middle of the floor out of San Diego, California.
Great dig. For Marie there, doing what she's supposed to do. She had that heavy arm. Even though the defense was there, they couldn't handle it. Very powerful outside out of the Dominican Republic.
Substitutions for both sides. The Hurricanes lead 4-3. Back serving for Miami.
And a touch there by Payman Yerdimchi. Payman usually, I mean, she plays on the right side. She's an opposite, and they have her passing.
So 4-4 now. Back serving for Virginia is Regan Trueblood. Graduate at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Started her collegiate career at IUPUI. 4-4, give Miami 5.
Off the hands, but she's in there for a long night. They're going to be serving her. I mean, the plan is right there. They're laying it out. We're going to serve you. You're going to have to pass and hit if you want to score. Let's see if that takes a toll later on.
Here's Savannah Vach to serve now for the Canes, leading 5-4 in the opening set here tonight. Oh, just rolled over the top of the net.
Nice pickup. Oh, there's a net there. Oh my God, how they missed that. Huge net by number 33. Still, Miami place it down.
Canes
15
still
moving.
Yeah, Canes 15-7 overall. There's another look. Boy, a miscue by Virginia. Cavaliers 2-10 in the conference. Again, coming off a big match victory over Virginia Tech last Sunday. 45th season of Virginia Volleyball. Held their inaugural season back in 1979.
Good block. Nice read. A three-women block. Usually people call it three-man block. It's a three-women block. That's what you got. Triple block in the middle. Great job.
Virginia hasn't fared all that well against Miami of late. The Hurricanes have won their last 11 meetings against the Cavaliers, and they trail Miami 19-9 all time. The Hurricanes 19 victories and just 9 losses all time against the Cavaliers. And the Hurricanes opening up a bit of a margin here in the first set, Alan.
The teams that you see that are on top of the ACC, all of them, what I truly enjoy about all of them, they're very systematic. They know what they're working at. They know their system. The ones you see struggling, I think they lack a little bit of that. Oh, what a great play. She saw the ball after the soft block. She saw it there. She goes, why not? She just set it to 5. Nobody there. Knock, knock, nobody.
Timeout on the floor. The Canes lead 10-5, or 10-4, I beg your pardon, here tonight. Let's step aside. We'll be back from Miami in just a moment.
It's a great.
A 6-0 scoring run for the Miami Hurricanes. Set number 1, best of 5. The Hurricanes 15-7, sitting at 5th in the Atlantic Coast Conference. 8-4 overall in conference play. So Miami leading 10-4. What are you seeing early here, Alan?
Everything has been good for them. Good serving, good blocking. I mean, nothing has gone bad for them. Nice block again.
Out of the timeout, a nice block by Miami.
Oh, nice. Nobody was expecting that. That's a home run hitter going for a bunt. You never expect that one. Good. Very good play there by Flor Maria Heredia.
Flor Maria Heredia Colon, a sophomore out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, and she has had just a terrific impact this season.
Her mom, a stud player for the Dominican Republic. She was here the last time we were here in a match, and she was having a blast watching her daughter play.
Don't tell the NCAA. I think she had her phone out Instagramming it live. Is that allowed? I don't know. That's very a proud mama, that's for sure.
Yes.
You take a look at Miami in particular, and you look at Flor Marie, and then you look at Grace, and you're thinking freshman and a sophomore, and multiple more years here, building blocks. It's gonna be special in a couple of years.
I will go into that story in a bit because I relate to that. Being myself an islander from Puerto Rico, it's also to see her in this big scenario. I think it's breathtaking for everyone. This is
has
a dream.
been unfazed.
This is the dream of everyone who actually lives in our Caribbean islands. For Puerto Ricans, it's huge to play in the NCAA. For Dominicans too. So I mean, my kids play in the NCAA, and I remember how proud I was just to make them, to see them play, and I'm like, they made it. That's how you feel.
Miami's on an 8-1 scoring run. Flor Marie back to serve. One of a couple of Canes with the jump serve. It's vicious, but that one is a bit too deep.
Yep. Out of Santo Domingo, you just saw her there. Sometimes when she does that jumper, I'm pretty sure her coaches are checking her out. But she sometimes slows down. Like she has a little hitch when she's going there, a hiccup. That when she gets rid of it, I think she's better. But she needs to work on that. I'm pretty sure they will watch video of that.
Oh. Well, that was impressive.
I don't know what they're saying, but looks like something happened there. What Ken is saying is that he thought he had a pancake on it. The ball was good. He's not at 12-7. He's not going to get on. He's not going to go for a challenge over that.
Staying composed in the first set. Here's Grace Lopez. That's another point for the youngster.
For whatever reason, I mean, I know the reason why, but being a lefty in this game, it's a huge advantage. Same as in probably baseball would come to my mind, but it's just so awkward. You don't see them that much, and she has that crazy swing. She swings effortless at the ball, and she hits it really hard.
Milana Moisio back to serve for the Canes. That's right off the top of the net, and she's not going to get herself an ace, but this is a great opportunity, and Grace Lopez says, ladies, I'll take care of this by myself. Don't worry about it.
If you're selling, I'm buying. Boom. There you go. Moisio almost missed that ball on the serve. It was good enough to become almost an ace.
So now a 10-2 run for the Miami Hurricanes. Actually, you know what? Make it 10-3. It was 4-4. So a 10-3 run.
Wow.
Oh, wow. A big time block right at the top of the net. Getting in on the action, Grace Lopez and Janice Leao. Good to see Janice Leao back for the Canes.
I need to say something, and I need to tip my hat off to the ones that have been playing middle. I think they have all done a great job. But having Janice back, it's a game changer. This is a different team with her.
We have not seen Angela Grieve yet in this match tonight. One of the better Hurricanes. She's at the far end of the bench for the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, we don't have any information to see whether she's injured or not.
Yeah, it could be tactical as well.
Yeah.
You never know how things shake out when you start watching the film and the video and all that good
Even
stuff.
practices, I keep telling people, and they go, oh, why isn't she there? I go, you don't have a clue. You're not the coach. So there she is, along with Abby Casiano.
Look at that Nintendo. Look at that. I like that shirt there.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
pretty
that
cool.
That's very cool. All right, terrific stuff. The Hurricanes lead 16-7. Virginia has taken its second and final timeout here in the first set. Canes really opening things up here in the first set, Alan.
Very good serving. They're putting pressure on the passers from Virginia, as you can see. Well, they're being really good at reading too, and good blocking. Having Janice back changes everything. Like, it's not too easy to go anymore along that net. So yeah, I think the challenge for Keno is now to get her back into playing shape. She might be ready to go, but for you to be in a rhythm, it takes a little bit of time, and the more she plays, the better she will get.
I thought it was interesting looking at the notes leading up to this match. In the ACC, Miami leads in service aces with 143. They rank second in aces per set, assists per set, and attacks per set. Offensively, they are vicious. They're kind of on you. They try to put the clamps on you, and they don't let you off the hook.
Same way that when we talk about football, I keep telling people there's so many metrics, a lot of video, a lot of stuff going on, tactics. Same in volleyball. And Coach Keno, being the seasoned coach that he is, he knows what it takes to win. He knows what he needs to work on. And in modern volleyball, it's pretty much everything about serve receive. So he knows that if they're good there, he's going to be in the mix, and they are.
Look at the hitting percentage for Virginia here in the first set. It's at 0%, and they've got 5 attacking errors as well, so they're struggling. Miami on a 4-0 scoring run, but take it a step further, a 12-4 run. This was a 4-4, a tie early on here in the first set.
And almost not, a little bit above 450. That's very generous when it comes to hitting percentages. So things are looking good. So I think for this match, Payman will be all right in that outside. I don't know if she will be able to play. Like I said, I've never seen her as an outside. So we'll still need to see. I think Angie at some moment is going to have to be part of this team for them if they want to have a chance.
So 16-7, Miami leads after Virginia called their second and final timeout of the first set. They come out of the timeout, and Moisio keeps it alive for Miami. Leao just sends it back over. Can the Canes block it? No. And Virginia with an attacking error. It's 17-7.
Some of the things that you will see also, this is what happens when you start to block like Janice has. Then hitters start to avoid her, and then you create those mistakes. That's as good as blocking a ball.
Wow.
And it's pretty, like I said, there's a lot of strategy here. Coach Keno knows. We talked about Abby Tatter and Barisha Eon. And he knows that they're going to be in the mix if they get a good pass. That's why you see them stack in the middle, and you have 3 blockers on them. So they're going to make it really tough. So it was out of bounds, but Moisio coming in and doing the job as a DS. He's scoring, getting some points off, good attitude. This team has a lot of depth in the libero and DS position. You have Feliciano, you have Rosado, you have Moisio. Even Alanis Vieira can come, and she's a setter / DS. They're very deep in that position.
Yadalise Rosado checks back in, the libero for the Miami Hurricanes. That's blocked nicely at the net by the Cavaliers. Another block, and a third opportunity upcoming here for Miami. And the Cavaliers get themselves a point. That's probably their best point of the match. They looked very strong there.
Pretty much do, but you will see. I think there's going to be a challenge maybe there. Let me see if Kennel, see what he's looking for.
Ooh.
I think there's a net there while going up.
It's close. Miami's going to take a look at it. Leading 18-9.
Yes, he will. Going back to this Virginia team, I've seen a couple of hits over the block, which means that they have the height and they have the physicality to actually compete against anyone. What I think they're lacking is a bit of passing and maybe a little bit of system. But talent-wise, every team in the ACC that I've seen, it's pretty much stacked when it comes to talent.
Yeah.
There are talented players, physical players that can hit hard and do everything that they cannot. Comes down to serving and passing most of the times. Yes, it does.
You know, it's interesting, too, Alan. You take a look at this Virginia program. Of UVA's 16 active players, 7 of them are new to the program. They have 3 transfers, 1 from Maryland, 1 from Texas A&M, and 1 from Illinois Springfield. But a young team, and one that you could certainly see in the coming years that is growing and has an opportunity to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs to be on the lookout. Like I said, all of a sudden, the ACC in the last 4 to 5 years have become a powerhouse in volleyball. I mean, 2 of the teams in the Final Four.
Successful for Miami.
Yes, it was. I didn't see the end there. I thought the ball touched the net, but ref has a better view. But the ACC has just become such a powerhouse for volleyball. It's incredible. I mean,
with Grace Lopez serving for Miami, and the Kings collect their first service ace of the match.
I haven't seen yet. I'm pretty sure there has to be a couple, but I haven't seen anyone in the ACC so far having an outside that's a lefty that can have a jumper from 5 to 5 like she has.
A weapon. And she almost just got another ace. That was really close, and this is going to be a terrific opportunity right here for Miami.
That stayed on this side.
Yes, it did.
But the thing is, just to let you know, if you don't have a player that can, you don't see this in practice. Nobody can recreate this in practice. So whoever faces Miami pretty much sees that for the first time in the season. So it takes a while for anyone to adjust. That's why she scores so much.
And a while does not just mean 3 or 4 sets either. It takes a lot more than that. You really have an advantage all match long if you haven't been seeing that.
But it's something that you even seldomly see at professional levels. You saw Savannah back there when a stud move with that dump there. She's so good on that 5-1. She dominates the net.
Payman Yardimci back to serve now for Miami, leading 21-9. Junior out of Istanbul, Turkey. And that's a little bit too deep. That's a 3rd service error by Miami in the first set.
With that score, nobody will mind, obviously.
Is that just an aggressive play there, or is that a miss hit?
It's that you need. I still see people, and it happens in the men's game even more than in the women's. If you don't serve tough, you might as well lose a point. They're going to run offense on you.
Right. You got to take some chances then. Oof.
You do. Talking about chances, that's a great swing. Like I said, I was a little bit worried, but like I said, Payman Yardimci is a right side. I don't recognize her as a, she's never played outside, so we were wondering how good can she pass. I need to be honest and tip my hat off to her. She's been doing a great job so far passing.
Rosado back to serve now for the Canes. That is the hybrid jump serve. A lot of English on that serve.
Yes, it does, and that ball went through there. Nice hit. Ashley Carr, number 4 for the Canes. She's a junior middle blocker. She's not the tallest blocker in the league, but she's very offensive-minded, and I like her a lot. I think she has brought something great to this Miami offense. She can actually hit the ball really hard.
So Virginia serving now, 22-11, and that's an ace.
Yes, it was. I think it could have been out of bounds, but she went for it. Strategy is pretty clear. If I was anyone, like I said, until she gets better, they're going to try to serve Flor Marie. She knows she needs to get better at it, and she will, but she needs to take on this challenge. She knows she's going to get served.
Oh,
touch.
My goodness.
Stoic. She has that superpower that she hits the ball really hard. The thing is that you need to pass better so everybody can get into the offense, and also many teams with bigger blocks will be stacking against you. Good defense from Yardimci. Right there, painting that corner, Grace Lopez.
With Heredia Colon on the far left side, And Lopez on the near right side. It is a double-headed monster.
And you can see that you should have seen the middle there. She would never make it to the outside because she was worried about this one for Marie.
She just tried to end the first set all by herself. Here comes another opportunity. Who do they want to give it to? Oh, they set her up right in the middle. That was Ashley Carr. You said she's a heavy hitter. And the Canes go on a 21-2.
Be honest and be cool to her, like it's playing out of her position. She did pretty good, but then again, they playing against Virginia, which is not looking great this year. We need to see what happens on Sunday.
And I'm sure we'll see her again. I just, you take a look at the starting 6 out there for Miami to open up the second set. I think big picture. I think more down the road. You're thinking NCAA tournament best of 5. You're running 6 really good volleyball players out there.
Even Payman will be the first one to understand that she knows that's not her position. She plays right side. She's an opposite, and she will need to come in and be ready to be a difference maker if Grace Lopez is not playing well or something happens in the team. But she'll feel good where she's needed, which is as a right side.
Early 2-0 lead for the Cavaliers, coming out with a little energy here in the second set.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Also, you can't play any worse than they did in the first set, and they go, yes, and you might as well have fun and go for it. Fast offense there, good hit down the line.
It was a 21-8 run to end the first set for Miami. Here is Grieve.
Tattoo.
Wow.
It's a great play. I think little by little, Coach Kenna's going to start to tell her when you have Janice in there and you get a good pass, you need to feed that animal. She's big, strong. Just give her that ball. She needs to get more reps.
By far the biggest contributor tonight on the floor for the Miami Hurricanes, and obviously that height, especially in volleyball, certainly matters.
Oh, after a great pancake there, nobody could pick that up. Nice move.
Now to look at it on replay. Just tapped over nicely.
Yep.
It's a nice job by Sierra Hechty out of Prosper, Texas, the graduate outside hitter.
Nice set. She heard me. You got a good pass. Set that middle. I think there's a big mismatch there, even though they have good middles on the other side. I think Janice is the dominant middle right now in this match.
Milan Gomillion did everything that she could to keep that one alive for the Cavaliers. Virginia still leading 3-2 early in the second set. Grieve serving for the Canes.
Ball was out of bounds. No touch. There are some things that I've seen this year and at that I truly enjoy. I've seen players stepping on to positions that they haven't played before, being problem solvers. And I think that's great coming into the tournament if they actually make it, which I think they should. It's a ball she would like to have back. It was an easy block, and it got through her hands.
Trueblood and Wilson checking in now for the Cavaliers.
For all those club coaches and club players, we've seen players at this level, the highest level in the United States of America, that they have had to step up in different positions, and they have taken that challenge. Do the same in your teams.
Soredia Colon
trying to get a touch, but she didn't. I don't know about you. When she hits the ball, it has a different sound,
You're right? You're absolutely right.
It's that heavy hand.
And, again, nationally or, more locally in conference play, she will go toe-to-toe with anybody when it comes to getting up to the top of the net. And so, too, will Grace Lopez. Kept alive really nicely by the Cavaliers, and then throwing it back over is Miami. Boy, that's a really nice job by Savannah Vach.
Savannah Vach doing a great job. Such a great athlete. I think also we have 2 professional leagues that will be starting in the U.S. I think Savannah belongs in those leagues. Janice, a whole bunch of these players, you might be watching them play pro.
They've had a really good year. They're really starting to turn it on late. And if you start to peak at the right time, it's exactly what you ask for.
I've seen Savannah for the past 4 years, and she's always been a great player, but I see a maturity in her. I see a confidence in her that only comes with experience. that makes her an even better player.
A really nice serve by Rosado.
Nice touch off the hands.
Was pounded by Hecty. She'll take a seat.
Interesting that both teams are serving their outsides, even while they're in the front row. Like if you want to hit, there you go.
Haley Velasquez to serve now for the Cavaliers.
Veteran move there by Savannah Back.
Wow, what a block. What a block. In on it, Wilson and Jan for the Cavaliers.
The next step for Flor Maria Heredia, first of all, anybody can get blocked. So I'm not going to go crazy and overreact over this. But what I do see is that later on, she needs to choose better. Like on balls that you cannot pull down, you just cannot be challenging that block all the time. Touch. Good job by the line judge there. I didn't see that one.
I didn't either.
That was very fast.
It's a tough job, ain't it?
He's a veteran. I've seen him as R1 and R2, so we have very good line judges today.
You'll hear oftentimes, too, as much as it is visual, they're also the line judges and the referees and everybody involved, they're listening. You can hear it, right? You can hear, you know, the collisions at the net, a ball that might be tipped, you can hear it.
But very, very good, good referees tonight. Oh, and it got up.
Who's going to battle and win this point? Wow, Rosado. Now far side for the Cavaliers. Miami keeps it alive. Who wants it? And that's going to be a point for the Canes.
Net violation. I'm going to take a bit of time here to talk about something that I've been watching that I truly dislike, and it's part of the volleyball culture. When you hit a volleyball player, you don't celebrate. And I'm going to bring this back. The last match that the Canes played, Ashley Carr, well, there you go, nice overpass, smacked one of the players from Louisville. And I don't know if she saw it or not, but she did hit her. And they turned and they celebrated. That is not part of the volleyball culture. You're supposed to raise a hand. So a couple of plays after, there's an overpass, and she gets plucked in the head. And the Louisville player came down and say, "Are you okay?
Oh, really?
I'm sorry." That's how it goes. So I'm trying to send a little message to the nation while being on this microphone that there is something called volleyball culture, and same as in tennis and other players, you don't celebrate hitting a player. So I said it when UF did it against Wisconsin, and I'm saying it also. It happened with Carr against Louisville. She didn't do anything. Then it came back, and the Louisville player showed a lot of culture, a lot of class by telling her that, "Are you okay?" So I want to put it out for the ones that think that I only will criticize other teams. I'll criticize anyone who doesn't do that. That's that. Hitting a player, it's not something you practice. It's not something you want to actually have fun. And hitting them in the face.
And it happens.
Yeah, but everyone at the international level will raise their hand and go, "Are you okay?" And then you turn. I mean, you're not going to send them flowers, but you don't want to celebrate either.
Right. I hear you. No, it's totally understandable.
Skipping sportsmanship, you know, pretty much.
Ooh.
Nice move.
That was a great job there. Top of the net by Tatter, one of the stars for this Cavaliers squad.
Love to see tactics, even though she put it down, which a lot of credit to her. The Canes know that they're going to run those middles, and you see them stacked there. Love to see the tactics from both sides.
Ashley Lee out of Plano, Texas, serving now. Just floats it over. Great serve. Here's Grieve, and she's got herself a point.
Nice range there, hitting cross court. Moisio coming in for Carr to serve. Good hit. Angie's a natural at her position. You can see how she moves like a gazelle there. She's been playing outside forever.
Wow. Again, Tatter. She's fun to watch. She get up there quick, really quick.
And you see why, even though people know that they're going to hit, they still get it. That's a one, as it's very quick play. By the time she touches the ball, you're going to see that she's already up there. Boom.
That's amazing. I have a lot of trust in your teammates, too, to make sure they can get that ball to you when you need it. If you're going to leave early like that, that's really nicely done by the Cavaliers.
Yep.
And Grace Lopez says,
that's a bomb right there.
Good evening.
From 2-2, that's a nasty
She
hit.
actually, Alan, smiled for a half a second after that kill as well.
That's the Puerto Rican Panther right there.
Yeah, then after about a second and a half, she said, no more. Give me that rock.
What an arm.
You've got a lot of nicknames for her, though, don't you? Have
I
you
just
settled
have
on the
her.
Puerto Rican Panther?
I just have her with
Okay.
the nickname. It's just that when she walks, she's as smooth as the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Since she ain't pink, she's my Puerto Rican Panther. And I enjoyed to see her play a lot.
Good luck finding another freshman in the country that's that confident.
She's one in a million, not only because how you see her play. I just love to see her confidence. And she looks like she's a senior. Like, if she's panicking, she's a great actress.
Yeah. 12-12, all square. Serve to Grieve. Grieve's going to get it back, and she's got herself a kill. Miami back out in front.
Off the hands, I like that one better. I want to see her do that. That's part of her toolbox. That when that block is well formed, I don't have to go crazy. You just tool.
Oops.
There you go.
Well, that height makes such a big difference since the last time that you and I worked a match together with Leao in there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it changes everything, like I said. And you can see she's a bit rusty, but she has plenty of time to be back in tip-top shape.
And that's
Touch.
an attacking error, or are we going to have a touch?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes after being so long in this game, like the moment you see the ball go a little bit up, you already know. Good job by the refs.
Rodolfo Barrero, referee number 1 tonight, along with Darren Clark. Mark Carlson, the line judge, along with Brianna DeAngelis.
The only person that calls on Rodolfo is when he gets in trouble with the law. Tito Marreros, right? Everybody
Or his
calls
mom.
him. Yes.
Huh? Or his family.
Yes, very good ref. Another net.
There's too many violations for Virginia early.
Yeah, I mean,
Avoidable ones, right?
they were in the match until 12-12, and all of a sudden, like I said, some very uncommon mistakes there. A net by number 16.
Timeout on the
Young.
floor. Canes with a 15-13 lead in the second set.
Some air purifiers.
Plex, the campus of the University of Miami. 15-13, Canes lead.
A couple of unforced errors at the end now for Virginia. Nets and a couple of miss hits. But they have been in, they're still in this set pretty much, so you cannot count them out. Oh, look at this one. Savannah Vac tied. Second place with Jill Robinson. And I think that first one might go from Katie Gallagher.
Rosado to serve out of the timeout. A good one, and she's got herself an ace. Just a miscommunication, it would appear, there for Virginia.
On a very easy serve. I mean, it was well placed, but something that could have been easily passed. The ball was pretty easy, and you couldn't get it there. 16-14, plenty of games still in the second set.
Just after Miami went on that 21-8 run to end the first set. Virginia playing much better, looking much better here in the second set.
Out of bounds. Good job there by Flor Marie of getting out of the way.
For the audience and some of the young volleyball players out there, when you're on the back line, how do you know when to let it go or when to play it?
You pretty much, after seeing thousands of them, you see that,
Instincts.
you see how high. Yeah, same like tennis that you go, I think this one's going out, and sometimes you miss. Just like you saw that one. Savannah probably thought it was going out, and they go in, but it's a feeling. You can't, plenty of reading. This ball goes really fast. People talk about passing and this and that, and nobody talks about eye work, which is what makes it happen. I love this girl. I think Ashley Carr does a lot for this team. She might, like I said, she's not as intimidating as a blocker as Janice might be, but then she gets the job done on offense, which is, you know, she does the job. She makes the other middle stay there. If you don't stay there, she'll score on you.
6 foot tall junior out of Glenville, Illinois. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, she saw that the toss was
She
bad.
was almost to the net when she hit that thing.
Yeah. I think she miscalculated the toss, and then after she went for the big hit, maybe placing it in. She'd probably like to have that one back.
That was a bomb.
I wouldn't like to get punched by her at all.
No.
To be really honest.
No, haven't even thought about it, actually.
She has a second job in the MMA if she wants to.
Yeah, no kidding. It's the last thing on my mind.
Oh my God.
Grace Lopez, she's a weapon of a left arm as well.
We've been talking about her, but we need to give credit also. Milan, the libero, Chameleon, she has been digging bombs constantly from Grace also. Grace should have at least 6 more points that libero has taken away with great defense.
Shannon Wells takes her second and final timeout of the second set. Canes with a 19-16 lead. There you see Coach Keno having a conversation with Savannah Vach, along with his freshman outside hitter, the 6'1" Puerto Rican superstar, Grace Lopez.
Pretty sure what was going on there, it's if I get the ball, where do you go? Or if the ball is in front of me, for her to call something in the bag. Just a communication thing there. Small that Coach Keno can take over. Great coaching staff this year. He seems to be very at ease. Jill Hadler and the staff, everyone on the staff has been great this year, but I see a nice chemistry that I enjoy. Eric Johnson, who's there. Also, Luis Serra, another Puerto Rican who's in charge of stats. It looks like a very relaxed and composed team. And coaching-wise, like I said, it's probably the best time that I've seen them like get along. I like what I see in them, and also as a team.
You know, here's the thing, Alan. They can't look ahead, but we can. You and I will be right back here on Sunday.
Yes.
And a big showdown. Number 6, Pittsburgh comes to Coral Gables. A 1 p.m. start between Miami and Pittsburgh. When you take a look at where Miami is at in the ACC standings, sitting at 5th. They've got the 8 wins and 4 losses in conference play. I would go as far as to say their season will be determined by what happens on Sunday. But if they are able to beat Pittsburgh, I mean, that puts them in the driver's seat to get where they want to go. There's a look at that postseason resume.
It'll be pretty sweet to try to go for that one. It's a tough job to beat Pitt, to be really honest.
Well, tough to beat Miami at home, though. How about that? 10-2 at home, 3-5 on the road.
Yes, I think that the battle is going to be, I mean, obviously I'm giving you a dumb prediction here, but I think it's going to be between these 3 schools. It's going to be the Canes. It's going to be NC State. And, my God, what am I missing? It's right there in the bubble. Get to that one right now. Have players there. They're going to hate me for this. And
take your time. We have an entire 3rd set to play. Don't rush it out.
I'll be there.
You'll get there.
Just cannot believe I haven't seen them.
I wish I could help you. I'm sorry. Here,
Wake Forest. I got
okay.
it. Can't believe. Sorry, Wake Forest people. It's going to be between Wake Forest and NC State and the Canes. That's where I see that last spot going into the tournament. They're challenging something. Virginia is. I don't know if it's a net or something. We're going to check right now. But those are the 3 teams that, for me, are in the bubble. I think the upper part, they're already in. Louisville will be in for sure. Pittsburgh will be in for sure. Georgia Tech will be in there for sure.
Let's see what they're challenging. I would venture to say they're challenging the
net.
in-or-out.
A net?
No, you think it's the net? You got the net?
I think it's the net.
I thought they were challenging in or out over there.
Let's see.
Certainly no net violation. I thought maybe in or out on that far sideline. That's
if it's
in to me.
yeah, and
That's in.
it looks in, and we have the craziest angle. Let's see it now from another one. It was very, by the way, it's not as easy as we might think.
No touch. I got that in. You're going out.
Line judge, it's right there. Let me see that angle again. It's pretty close.
I
by
think
the
it's
way.
in. But
Let's see.
there needs to be indisputable evidence to overturn the call on the floor. It was ruled out, and I'm not sure, even though I think it's in, that there's enough to conclusively say that it is.
What we know for sure is that it's a good challenge. It's a challengeable play.
Especially given the situation at 20-16. I mean,
Yes.
big difference here if this is ruled in.
But it's going to be very tough. And like I say, even if the line judge missed it, she probably missed it by, I don't know, half an inch. That was a great angle. That's a great angle to see. Let me see. Almost there, almost there. They're going back. They're checking for a net. I don't think they're checking. Let me see if they're checking. Lopez didn't touch it.
Oh, you can't tell. Leg got in the way.
I do, believe it or not. You see in between the knee pad there?
Yeah.
I think it slightly touched the line, so I will say it's in.
But is there enough? That doesn't give me
It all
enough.
comes to the art too, thinking whether it's good or bad. He can have
What do you
obviously
think?
a different.
Get your last
I
second
think
guess
it's
in.
good. I think it's good.
I think it's in too. I'd like to see an overturn here. Let's see if they agree with us.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good call. It was close enough, and
What
like
an
I
easy
said,
job. They should hire us to do it, Alan.
I just don't want to sound like something I'm not, but we have a crazy angle, not the best angle, and it still looks like it's in.
In.
When it happens from that angle, you can pretty much say that it just
in.
barely touched the line, but it's a really tough call.
Now that's a pivotal swing here in the second set. Instead of 2016, 1917.
Yes, that's a big one.
And Virginia serving. It's in the hands here of Brooklyn Borum out of Sterling, Illinois.
Also, coaches are pretty smart, even if you didn't get it.
Right.
It's a timeout. That's a
a
carry.
Can't do that here. Not
Cannot.
tonight.
On a good pass,
Might
Yanni
fly
should
at
be
your
able to
club,
swing.
not here, Al. Is that what you're teaching them over there?
Out of bounds.
Oh, that's a costly service error. When you get that thing, you win the challenge, then you get the point on your own serve.
Not only that, both Libero and Angie went for that ball, and I think they were about to actually touch it until it got out.
And now Lopez will serve, and she can just swing this thing in a hurry.
That's a great block.
Well, that's blocked by Miami. Let me ask you something. We saw Miami's 10-2 at home earlier. It is a tiny gym. The ceiling plays a factor, but why do you think Miami is so good holding serve on their own court?
Well, I think it's pretty easy. I mean, it's where you practice, where you feel comfy at home. So
Do certain courts feel different?
yeah, I mean, you'll be
Softer,
surprised.
harder, that's a thing?
Not the court, but the moment that you go out there, bigger spaces create a different sensation when you're passing, the depth perception,
Really?
everything does change. So believe it or not, yes, it is.
Interesting.
It's a home field advantage here, and having a small court does make a difference.
Now, Canes have a 22-18 lead. That is interesting. I guess I could see that, though. If you're in one of those basketball arenas, it could create the feeling that everything feels bigger. And if it's a smaller gym or an arena.
It's good that we're talking about other sports. There are even basketball courts that I've heard players say, this is a shooter's paradise. And I'm like, what makes it a shooter's paradise?
Right.
And so it does happen. Actually, I was watching, I think it was, I don't know if it's TikTok or any social media, that the girls were actually talking about which was their favorite court outside of Miami. And they all picked, plenty of them, the majority picked Louisville, which I was like,
Massive. Don't they play
Louisville?
inside the basketball arena?
I don't know, but I saw it, like I didn't think it was a big deal to play there. Others enjoyed the mystique, to call it something, of Notre Dame, but plenty of them, for whatever reason, picked Louisville. So it'll be interesting to ask them. But I do think that this feels cozy, and since I practice here, I feel great here.
And they have a new surface on this floor. Now, it's over top of the old court. Is that correct? What is
Yes.
the surface that's been laid down?
It's a TerraFlex, which is it's the best thing out there for volleyball. It has enough cushion for you to do what you're supposed to do, and also if you're going down for pancakes and stuff like that, like it allows you to slip to slip really well. So it's what they use in the Olympics. It's the best thing out there. So
Looks awesome.
yeah,
Looks really, really good. Look at that
hard
shot.
enough not to feel the cushion enough when you go
It's
down.
like got that little like
Yep.
slick, almost like nylon feeling where it doesn't eat you up. Oh,
It does.
it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty.
It is, and it makes a big difference.
This is an educational program here tonight. I got a lot of questions I need answered, Alan.
I can answer as many as many answers as I have. If I run out of answers, I'll let you know.
Grace Lopez sent that one into the net. Freebie for Virginia, now trailing by 3 in the second set. And Miami leading 1-0 here tonight.
I want to get that stat of missing serves after timeouts. That's a touch there. Yes, by the libero. Somebody's got to have that stat. I know there's. I want to scream out Cesar Hernandez, which is one of the best people that deals with stats. There's so many in the NCAA. Somebody's got to have a stat of how many times do we get our serves out of bounds after a timeout.
After a timeout. I remember you brought
Please
that
share
up.
it with us. Share it with us. That's an interesting one. That's a great job there.
Boy, it sure was. That was angry that time.
I think with Janice in tip-top shape, that wouldn't happen, but I see her sometimes a bit winded, trying to get her into playing shape again, but that's a great hit, by the way.
Kill was Vaughn out of Tallahassee, the graduate. And 6 feet 1 inches tall. Seeing her college volleyball career soon come to an end.
Nice move. Oh, that's a great hit.
That's
a great
2
hit.
consecutive.
Janice was all over that ball. Just what do I do with it? Hit it to that picture that you see back there. That's that.
Well, I'd probably keep feeding Miss Vaughn here. I mean, she looks really good.
Top of the hands. That's what you want to do. Top of the hands.
Varicia Yan is on fire. There's a point for the Canes. Set point coming up on the verge of taking a 2-0 advantage.
They made them sweat on the second one. It wasn't as easy. It's just, this ain't no 25-12. They had to actually fight for it. That's good.
The
Sometimes
Who's staying alive.
Lozado has that serve that sometimes I feel like, I don't know if they're trying it on purpose technically there, but sometimes, I don't know if it's a short serve, but it's kind of like a lollipop. I'm not sure if they're trying to create a situation there, but she has a way better serve than that one.
Again, Miami ended right here. They're going to have a good chance.
Great pass.
And it's into the hands of Heredia Colon, and she ends it with a kill in the second set. And the Canes much closer. The Who's making.
Canes, Alanis Vieira has done that for the Canes. All of their DSs, Feliciano, everybody has done. So Keno has a lot to be grateful this year.
Set for the third set here in Coral Gables. Canes trying to sweep the Cavaliers.
Good defense by.
Canes saw their 4-game winning streak come to an end last Sunday in Louisville, and it's the Cavaliers who strike first here in the third set.
Coach having a little bit of a talk there with
Shannon Wells is the official having a conversation there.
Saying that the player came over. Could have been the case.
Shannon's not happy.
Oh,
That's
such a whip.
Irritate you.
She has a whip in that arm. Look at when she walks. There's a Puerto Rican Panther right there. Watch this. Look, coming from there from the outside and boom. Such a fast arm. She swings it so smoothly.
It's a business trip every time that she steps on the floor, and that's a service error, her second of the night.
It's a commentator's jinx. Every time I'm praising somebody
You
really
believe
high.
in that? You believe in that, Alan?
I don't, to be really honest. I'm a science person.
Service floated over to Miami. Oops. Wow.
She means business, man.
Yes,
she
she
hits the wall.
Yes.
I think Miami can compete against anyone if both of their outsides come doing their job.
Well, I think Janice Leao plays a big factor.
Oh,
in
for
that
sure.
As well. Oh, my
For
goodness.
sure.
Those two on the outside, her right there at the net. in the middle, front row.
I would love to see for the outsides to be less tentative and actually go for more balls to hit, more aggressiveness in their hitting.
Pretty good serve by Angela Grieve. Dug out nicely by Lopez, blocked by the Who's. Heredia Colon tried to fire one over.
It's an easy one there.
And here comes Grieve,
great
and
set.
she'll put it away.
That's Savannah's point, even though Angela Greaves hit it sit down. Great set. She saw that Angie was ready coming from the pie position out of 6. She gave it to her perfect.
How much communication was there before that to know?
I think they already know where everybody is. They're really connected.
Impressive.
4 years together makes that happen.
I think we've talked about it too, actually, in recent weeks. You know, there might be some folks that are new to the sport of volleyball that might be joining us tonight, but the value of chemistry when playing this sport, you know, there's a lot of communication, but there's oftentimes just that eye contact and knowing where everybody is on the floor that leads you to those big time points.
I think the biggest challenge is of coaching, period. Doesn't matter the sport. It's trying to find some common ground, trying to create a culture that actually, you know, you start thinking about the you and thinking about the we. And I think, like I said, that's some of the things that I've been trying to pick up. I think this team has good chemistry so far, or they're great at acting. One of those two. No touch there. Those balls that you see Janice missing, those are balls that are screaming at you. Yeah, I'm coming back from an injury and I still don't have the rhythm, but I will.
Ooh, what a block. Wow, stoic Lauren Bowie just backpedaled after she blocked that. That was sensational.
Means they're trying to probably check if there was a net there. I don't think it was. Which kind of thought about it. Let me see.
It was really close with that
yes.
left forearm.
I think due to the score, he didn't want to, you know, Grace Lopez is just punishing the ball right now.
There might have been a net violation there.
Yeah, she's in a crazy rhythm right now. People don't realize how hard it is to score from position 1. She's sitting out of the back row like she was in the front row. This is one of the few teams in the NCAA that actually hits the ball this way from the back row.
Very uncommon then, huh?
Well, it's been uncommon for the NCAA at some moments. Some of the national coaches, going back to Karch Kirai, even Lucas Lave, who's now at NC State, I mean, they understand that we want to get more players involved, so sometimes you see a lot of 6-2, which is that the double sub between setters and right sides. But when you play that 5-1, you need to have, you know, somebody that can hit from the back row, and that's where they're asking college players to do, teams to do that, because they want that for the national team. But then everybody has different needs, you know. Good hit there off the hands.
Great kill, Chloe Wilson out of Nashville, Tennessee. Started her collegiate career in the ACC at Wake Forest.
And she's very tall.
Yes, she is.
Hitting out of the right side, yeah, it's huge.
Her and Lily Gervais, the tallest Who's, that's 6 feet 4 inches tall. She's kind of tosses that one back over, and Heredia Colon tried to kill it, but right there to dig it was Milan Gomillion, and the Cavaliers are hopping out here in the third set. They lead 8-5.
But I told you I don't believe in too many crazy things, but I've seen a lot that after winning the first 2 sets, plenty of teams relax a lot and they get into this position.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they, for some reason, they relax and they think they have won the match, and then you end up playing the 5th. Great tipping, everything going on. They're trying to regroup, which I like.
Coach Kennel probably considering a timeout, but might also, with a 2-0 lead, maybe tries to let them play through it a little bit.
What I saw, just the moment that they got together and they talked, Kennel probably thought they can work this one out.
Boy, Angela Grieve really struggling with these serves.
Good defense.
Canes will try to capitalize right here. And
nice.
They will.
Carr has that hand. Some players are just born to hit the ball.
After Grieve struggled with the initial serve, she was able to dig the kill attempt by Virginia that ultimately led to that point for Miami, and now back within 3.
I know they listen sometimes to our transmissions, even though they have their own video systems. I think Angie needs a little more confidence. Sometimes players, they lose a bit of confidence. When she's on, she leads this team in so many ways, but sometimes players do get on their heads. They become tentative. You start to overthink, and you're in trouble. She's not excused. She's a human being like anybody else.
Good serve there, 9-7.
Good dig. Rosado doesn't do anything flashy, but she doesn't make any mistakes.
Wow. 3 in a row for the Canes. Now back within 1.
She's been digging some very good balls, being very quiet. Nothing spectacular, but then she doesn't need to. She's doing the bread and butter plays that she's supposed to do.
9-5 to 9-8. Vach to serve. And Virginia get themselves back a point, and they will indeed. A touch by Grieve.
Veteran players like Angie also, like sometimes you're not having a great passing day. It happens to everyone. Then what great players have done over time is, okay, so I'm not contributing here, but then I need to put it out, or I need to get better at defense. I need to contribute in another way to my team.
Haley Velasquez to serve now for Virginia, leading 10-8. Floats it over for Grieve to Vach, and at the net we've got ourselves a block. Varicia Yan.
Varicia very high on that net.
I really enjoyed watching her tonight. She's done a wonderful job. It's fun to watch her.
No, she's just reading. You can just watch her eyes there. Ball setter, ball hitter. That's the progression.
Yeah.
She did it really well.
Here is Grace Lopez, and that is blocked at the net. Here's a big-time opportunity for the Cavaliers, and they get themselves back a point.
Cavaliers now, we're playing Virginia ball. Even when we saw some highlights from their match against Virginia Tech, you saw a lot of plays from the middle. That is their bread and butter. So Miami needs to find a way to disassemble that play, because otherwise they're in trouble.
Miami got 3 in a row. Virginia's come back with 3 in a row.
Ball went out, and they needed that one badly. Feliciano coming in to serve now for Heredia Colón. Even though she serves harder, they need somebody that can actually probably bring in a more consistent serve. It's a good serve from Feliciano. She did the job.
Why?
Well, see, they're out of system. They got a free ball, as you can see.
Interesting.
And out of bounds, good save there. So if you cannot ace, the second best thing you can do is get a pass that allows me to read where your offense is going to be like. So the moment that makes it off system. In system means that now, all the players will be able to hit.
What are you looking for here when you say read their offense? What are you looking for? Who are you looking for? Are you watching their feet, or what are you watching when you read an offense?
Well, right when you're serving, I mean, you pretty much know who you're going to serve. So
once the serve goes over the net, right, the serve's going to go over the net. Virginia's going to start reading who right now.
Oh, you need to see, first you need to see the pass. Then after you see the pass, you need to get your eyes on the setter. It's ball setter, ball hitter. That is, it's as you can say, as you can tell, obviously Miami plays a very fast-paced offense. So that it's, fractions of a second. Ball, setter, ball, hitter. That's that. That, for you to try to get there. To block the ball, that's a different scenario. Blocking is what happens the least. Does that mean that it's not important? Obviously not.
Right.
But it is what impacts the game the least. So what you want to take care of, it's if I can just be good at offense, I'm pretty much set.
Interesting.
Good serving and good passing will get me into any tournament.
I'm not going to pretend I know it all here, Alan. I appreciate it.
I don't know it all either. I'm just good at studying from the ones that know.
It's a freebie for Virginia, and they capitalize.
Yes. I think Janice can do a little bit of a better job. I mean, you already know that they're going to have that play. You need to commit and then wait for her there, but it's easier from here than it is from there.
Time for a break. Virginia leading the third set 15-11. At the Night Sports Complex, ACC Network Extra, Friday night college volleyball. The Hurricanes and the Who's from Charlottesville, Virginia. Miami trailing Virginia 15-11. Virginia struggling, 9-13, 2-10 overall in the conference. But looking much, much better here in the third set are the Virginia Cavaliers.
Ashley Lee coming in to serve. Short serve.
Far side for Grieve. Kept alive. Dug out nicely.
Good defense.
Back and forth we go. This is a freebie right here for Virginia.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Touch.
an attacking error. Oh,
No.
or did we have a touch?
Nobody
no touch?
touch it.
I thought there was a touch. And I think we're about to get a challenge from Shannon Wells. And she
She's
said
asking,
no. Yeah, she
it's-
asked her players. That's a
it's
smart thing to do.
Best thing to do before you go. Do you think it was a touch?
Here's Lopez to serve. Canes back within 3.
That should have been a double there.
There's a battle at the net. Oh, my goodness
Great
gracious.
block.
What a block by Janice Leao.
I can tell you from watching Janice for 4 years in a row, she's 70 to 75%. So that's pretty scary when she comes to 100%.
Tell you what else is pretty scary. Lauren Bowie for Virginia, the 6'2" freshman here at the middle of your screen, number 33. She's a freshman. She could be really good. She's a heavy hitter. She's got a heavy arm.
She's one of the best arms that I've seen. And
Wow.
she has missed a couple of balls that she has gone over the block. So it's a matter of time for her, to start showing what she's made of. And she's really good.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you.
Jeez.
Big and strong, very physical player.
16-13. Ooh, that was a piece of cake.
That's something that they will need to have success later on. You need to have a presence in the middle. Otherwise, if you don't hit from the middle, the other middle block will just go and gang up, and you will have 4 hands against 1 hitter. So you do need to have that player so the other middles stay there with them.
It's a really nice serve.
Off system again. So you get pretty much a free ball back.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Good. And I said it. Do you see anybody?
No,
do you see anybody showing?
I didn't see much of a, so sorry about that. Interesting. I'll keep an eye on that.
This is the time to raise your hand and go, sorry about that, and you turn. Volleyball culture 101.
Yadalisa Rosado just got crushed in the side of the face.
Well, being a fellow Puerto Rican, she's probably like, yeah, give me a sip of water and let's go back to it. That ball does hurt. Probably having a Puerto Rican joke with Keno saying, probably we call that in Puerto Rico a peluche, which is a stuffed animal. Like if you hit somebody, you'll get a stuffed animal. She'll be back there.
Stuffed animal.
People from Morovis will never stay in the bench after a hit. Come on, she's tougher than that. I would have loved to see that hand raised as a sign of sportsmanship that's been missing in the NCAA.
It's a great serve.
Nice read there. Savannah did a great turn, but they were waiting for her.
Boy, the Who's in a great position here to win the third set. They really are.
And it's a good rotation for Miami. You have your best hitters in front.
Yikes. That is unstoppable right there. Very quick. It's very quick. But Leao's just so tall. She just gets over top of the net. And it's
And
the
I'm telling
angle in
you,
which she can hit the ball at is unstoppable.
when she's 100%, she's as good as any middle in the ACC.
Wow.
There's a reason why they called her, and to see if she can be part of the national team. It's a very easy ball to pick up. Nice job. That connection on that ball between Angie and Savannah is pretty cool. The moment she saw that for Maria Heredia was out of the play, and if you can see her there, she doesn't have her, so she knows that's her only outlet.
Jeez.
And Angie was ready for that one.
That was pretty. So
It
Rosado
was.
will serve again. 18-16. Virginia just keeps on letting Miami hang around.
Yep, sadly.
Oh,
That one went through.
Faricia Yan again. 19-16.
But-
they've had some opportunities to put them away.
I was about to say that those balls that they've been hitting from the middle, which is where they're really good. I'm talking about Virginia's. All of them have gone through the hands and, slipped through the hands.
Yeah. You're right.
So Miami is waiting for them, but still, they're still so good that they get away with it. Good defense there, would touch the floor and the roof, and it went elsewhere. See if Coach Keno wants to get a timeout and regroup them.
He's let him play through it here in the third set, through some of the struggles, and they found a way to rebound every time. Whoa.
Great play. Sometimes there's so many things for a coach to call a timeout or not to call a timeout. Sometimes you see their body language and you go, you know what, they're going to figure it out, which at the end they need to figure it out. We can't play a single point. So I think he trusts them. Avi Casiano now blocking for the Kings.
Here's an opportunity.
Maybe too tight, yeah. On those balls that are tight, like I said, it's very easy from where we are, but when they're tight and you have that blocker there, you cannot hit it. You need to get it and try to tool it to that outside hand to try to get it off.
21-17 in favor of Virginia here in the third set.
That's a ball they would like to have back. That's an easy ball to actually run offense in.
Those are great serves. What a block by Virginia.
We knew that Barisha Yan was good, and she's letting us know, yes, I am.
All right, Miami wants a timeout. They trail 22-17 in the third set. They lead this match 2-0.
Good serving by Virginia. Miami struggling on offense, and also great blocking. Let's just talk about the great things that they're doing. Barisha Yan doing a great job there. I mean, even catching Savannah, turning on the net. A lot of great things happening for them. Also, the way that they're looking in the court, body language also went up a notch. So, yeah, we have a tough one here. Let's see if they can turn it around. 6:43. We have a good eye. It says those are great numbers for Barisha Yan.
11 kills, really impressive.
Pretty sure, like I said, the middles have been there for Miami, and I think they're expecting that play. You need to commit, which means that during those plays that you pretty much know the setter can hit her, you just need to commit with that player and go and jump and forget about the outsides, because they've been scoring consistently from the middle. Let's see if actually Coach Ken or somebody in the staff says, listen, we're going to commit on Barisha. Keno stepping in there.
Here comes the boss.
Coaching in the NCAA has changed a lot, and you can see that sometimes he takes over the timeout, sometimes the assistant coaches take over the timeout. It depends on what you like. I remember watching last year, we went all the way to Nebraska to see the Final Four. Coach Bosboom from Louisville lets her assistant handles a lot of stuff until she actually needs to get there. So it depends. Others like to be the person in charge, but since they have so many great coaches, I think they trust them. So
let's see what Miami has out of the timeout. Will Allen, no, they got it over you. You know, didn't go in the net out of the timeout. Grace Lopez gets herself a point. That ball just ended up 10 rows deep.
Grace has a big advantage, obviously. Myth that people want to talk, oh, lefties, you know, they're not really that great from the left side. I go, I disagree 100%. Actually, if you're a lefty and you can hit from the left side, you have a huge advantage. And she does it like if she was an outside.
Whoa.
She swung for the fences there. She didn't want to put that ball down. She saw that high block and she tooled off to it. Very smart. Brooklyn Barr.
The timeout by Miami, just to try to slow the momentum, or a system change as well?
Pretty much everything that you can do, but at the end, it's all about the girls, you know? You can come up with all the answers. They need to figure that puzzle out.
23-18. 23-19.
Grace has just dominating the NCAA at will in her first year, which is really scary.
Well, the good news for Miami is that they have a 2-0 lead, so it's going to be quite the uphill battle for Virginia, but they've played spectacular here in the third set. Ilana Moisio serving, and that is a service error, and that is crucial here in the third set.
That's a tough one. That's probably the set. You see it in her face. She's going like, wish I had that one back.
Right. Can't have that.
Happens to everyone. I keep telling people that Brazil, in the Brazil Olympics, lost with a serve in the net with their best player. Happens to the best.
And there it is. That's the set for Virginia, and Ace ends it. And the hoop.
R1.
Whoa.
That's not how you want to start.
Flor Marie said, welcome back. And watch this.
If you're selling, I'm buying. Boom. There you go.
Wow. It's vicious.
Nice touch. Ugh. The moment that you touch that ball, like I said, way easier for here. When you turn, you don't want to turn outside the court. You want to turn into the court in case that happens. She turned her face a little bit there, and she lost it.
Ooh, an ace.
Struggling a little bit, and they're going to go after her. They understand she's the weaker passer. She understands she needs to get better at it, which is really cool. I mean, it's no secret. But yeah, it's a challenge, and you need to accept it.
Cassiano.
Give you a little pearl of wisdom. They were serving for Maria Day. I'm talking about club coaches and how important is serving. So they're serving at her and they score. The next one, you miss a little, all of a sudden Libero has it, and they're running offense on you. So serving right now, it's such an important part of the game, as you can see right now.
Oh, great serve there.
It's the only chance in which you actually control something in volleyball. Everywhere else, you're responding to the ball. It's a random game. But when I'm serving, I get to choose. The ball is dead in my hand, and now I can go wherever I want.
Who's the best server you've ever seen in volleyball?
Probably Clayton Stanley out of the U.S. for the men's. That's I don't think anybody can say I have bad taste there. And women's wise, there's this Serbian called Boskovic, which is a monster, but there's been a lot. I think Clayton at the moment probably the best one I've seen.
Melanie Feliciano just went flying in some of the signage there in
the world record for a serve. It's in the best of the best server right now, which is Wilfredo Leon from Cuba.
Not bad, huh?
Not at all. Cubans have plenty of players. They had one playing out of Italy, another one playing out of Brazil, and yeah, this one's playing out of Poland.
What a block by the Hoos.
It's been a wall right now. Plenty of blocking, which is
Starting
what Virginia
in that
does
third
really
set.
well. Yeah. We talked about their middles and their blocking and their offense there, but also not only the middles. Great job there also by Clara Hecht.
Another one, but that one sailed just out of bounds, but Virginia's getting their hands on everything at the net.
That's a great pickup from me also. Even though I didn't score, I'm touching the balls, and it does take a toll on the hitters. Like, why am I not putting this ball on the ground? So that does work on your confidence.
Get you thinking a little bit, huh?
Yes, it does.
5-4 Virginia. Fourth set. Cavaliers look much better in the third.
It's a great serve, great pass. Middle, whenever they get a pass, they're going down the middle. Giannis is trying to figure that one out. She might be a little late on those reads there. They run a quick, which is a 1. They don't have too much time.
It was Jan with the kill. Another for Varicia Jan, her 12th of the match. Good serve.
Oh, what a dig.
What a dig. Might be the best of the night. Incredible.
Yes,
Can
and
the
that ball
Cavaliers
didn't
turn
go
it into a point?
I'm not sure that ball actually passed.
What
That's
a
the dig. You see, I don't think that ball touched the block at all.
Milan Gomillion with the dig of the night. And another one for. Does it lead to another Virginia point? Yes, it does. Coach Kennel might be thinking about an early timeout here. It's 8-4 Virginia.
And the only reason why anyone will need to worry, it's that they're in such a great rhythm right now. Everything's going well for Virginia. Momentum shifting big time.
True blood serving. They get tangled up. And another point. You might need a timeout now. Wow.
It's a one-on-one situation. That ball is usually down 75% of the times for the hitter. Didn't happen for Janice.
Are they going to give that point to Miami?
I don't know. Maybe there was some talk, which you cannot. Let me see if that's that. Yeah, when you block, like I said, you're supposed to turn. You're not supposed to talk. It does happen.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't mind benign trash talk. It's
Yeah.
part of the game.
Oh, fun. That's not a very good pass there. Set was okay. And another dig. Gomillion becoming the star of the match. 10-4 Virginia.
That's why when you're ahead 2-0, you need to close that door in a hurry.
I'm
You
a little
don't close
surprised
it,
no
happens.
timeout. A little surprised. I mean, this is quite the run here for the Hoos. He's trying to let them fight through it, but they're having a tough time. Another ace, and that might trigger it right there.
They are. Now he will get it. But he's giving them a chance also. And the players, like I said, if the players hear this, he's giving them a chance, reset, regroup. So those are missed chances, you know.
Boy, the Canes looking sloppy here in the fourth set. It's all Virginia.
Some air purifiers can lose.
All right, back with you here in Miami tonight. Fourth set. Hurricanes won the first two sets, 25-12 and 25-22. They were the better team in the third set when they beat Miami 25-19, and they are rolling here in the fourth set.
Third and fourth.
Yeah.
Blowing them out.
I mean, they are just much better, and serving is a large reason why, and blocking.
Yeah, but as we just saw right now, I mean, we know they're trying, but passes haven't passed the 10-foot line. They've been running out of system all the time with such a big block. It's pretty easy right now for Virginia.
Wow.
Miami cannot pass at the moment.
Up by 8. They're going to have to regroup. This one appears to be going to a fifth set.
Probably, yeah, it's out of bounds. And
Attacking
by
error.
the way, I'm not here to defend coaches, but Coach Keno has tried everything. I got my best libero in there. I have tried both of my DSs. Like, they need to actually perform.
They got to challenge this to, in an effort really just to stop the bleeding, and it acts in essence as another timeout of sorts. But Virginia is playing with a lot of confidence right now, and the type of confidence, they already had a massive comeback last weekend against Virginia Tech. Well, look at this here tonight.
I've been coaching girls for the last 10 years out of 36 altogether of coaching, and yeah, the ladies are more emotional, and you will see this happen more. They need to snap out of this one real quick. Let's see what happens there. I think it was either in or out. I don't even know why Keno, because the ball was super bad. Ball was out of bounds by a lot. I don't know if that's what he was challenging.
Oh, I guess maybe they were checking the net. No touch, but checking the net. But no violation. It is 13-4 Virginia.
Okay, yeah, but then the ref came to talk to him and saying that the ball was out. Still, talking about this, because I did my homework. If you're checking whether it's out or in, and there's a net, you can actually call the net too. So he sends the captain. Let's see protocol. Okay, he's done with the R2. I'm going to send him to my captain is allowed to talk to the R1, which he is. Now he will explain, and he will see what the protocol actually is. Sad, I don't know what he was challenging, but still, if you challenge whether it's in or out and there's a net, you can go back and call the net.
I'd like to see another look at the replay. I wonder if they're barking up the wrong tree here, or if Coach Keno really has a case.
I think that's what he's saying, that he's challenging the net, because I don't think he's challenging the ball. The ball was out by 2 to 3 feet. see. Savannah trying to explain. Well, he already knows he's not going to get it, so he turns back.
Here's a look at it on replay. No, it's Virginia's point all the way around.
Yeah, I didn't see an infraction there.
Miami's getting run out of the building here in the fourth set.
That's a net. And it looks like it was a net. That's why the girls and Coach Cano there goes like, you think that was a net? That's part of working the refs. It's a relationship of respect, but it's also one of those relationships you'll never see a ref hanging around with a coach and the other way around. That's just how we are. Good job there by Feliciano.
That was a fabulous effort.
14-5. So what you hope here is, I mean, it's not impossible, even though it's pretty much impossible, but at least you want to get some rhythm going into this fifth.
Virginia hitting 1,000 here in the fourth set. They're perfect.
They're blowing them out.
Yeah.
Good pass in system. Nice block.
Another block.
And a net.
So here's my question for you, Alan. What has Virginia done differently? Why do they appear to be such a different team all of a sudden? What are they doing differently that Miami cannot stop or adjust to?
Well, we had this conversation off the air. The moment you're not passing, it's pretty predictable to know where you're going to set. So they're getting all that big block. They're touching balls and they're converting. As you can see there. They have the blockers, and they've been serving good enough for Miami to be out of system a lot of times and making very easy for the block to gang up on whichever player they think is going to get the ball. You need to try to risk this serve with this score. You need to try to go for some aces here.
That might be one. No.
Yeah, that's a free ball.
They can effectively act as one if they can get a point right here from Grieve. Boy, another unbelievable dig by Milan Gomilian, who has been a force for Virginia in these last two sets. She's been a difference maker.
At least I've seen 8 to 9 balls that would have easily landed anywhere in the nation, and she has took care of them.
What a fabulous young player she is.
Yes, she is. Lots of range. That
Junior. Started her career at Maryland. She was a
good
turtle.
pass. Another good pass. Set could have been a little bit better than that.
Grieve
Great
again.
hit. But still, Virginia there. Milan is there all the time.
(15-8). Miami is crawling back here a little bit. Another near ace. That's going to be a point. That is an ace.
And you might want to get a timeout, even though you might think, well, it's a big lead. Well, the momentum, it's slipping, and experienced coaches would like to have that timeout, and Shannon Wells, she does.
She says, hold on. Let's regroup. Let's get back together. Have you seen anything different from Miami in those last few points?
Well, good serving and making also Virginia being out of system and taking care. Like I said, I don't think there's too much magic going on right here. Great thing about volleyball is that there is no clock. I tell my players when we're struggling in time, I say, oh, there is no clock. That's why I love this game. So we're not going to run out of time. So you guys can stop playing bad at any moment and you can turn this around. So interesting to see. I mean, it's a 6-point lead, which is it's a pretty good lead, but it's not a decisive one anymore. So 2 more points can make this a set.
Well, it was 15-5.
Yeah.
And it's 15-9. And at some point, you just got to want it a little bit more than somebody else. And at least the last 4 points, Miami's wanted it a little more. But here over the last half hour, 45 minutes, it's really been all Virginia after Miami looked really sweep this thing. They won the first 2 sets, but boy, Virginia's just played much better lately.
I was listening to Coach Garz Kirai last night on a speech he gave in 2019 saying about the culture of the national team, and obviously he's a sign of excellence in this sport, that it is a game of failure, and whoever handles failure better will do well. So we need to check now. Virginia has 9-13. They've had a rough one in the last 9 matches. Now they need to see also if Miami doesn't come up a little bit closer, and they start to think on, we've been here before, we're going to blow this one, and they give Miami a chance. So let's see how both teams handle failure. Whoever handles it better comes up with that W.
Early on in tonight's match, Virginia had made a ton of attacking errors. Miami actually has more now than Virginia, 15-14. Miami with 8 service errors to Virginia's 3.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. Good serve from Angie. Good pass. Great dig. Ball is out. They got away with another point, and little by little,
Chipping away.
nice comeback from the Canes, even though they're still behind.
Well, they've gotten a little energy here. They've cut this deficit in half. It was 10, now it's 5. And they've got Greaves serving. Another really nice serve. Handled by the Canes.
Good one. Making their playoff system there. Set her out. That's a great block.
No carry?
Not to the head referee. Let's see. Oh, that was a big carry. I'm sorry, but you missed it. Still love you, but that was a big miss there with both hands down here. It's a bad one.
I saw that one out.
What you cannot do is a double because it's the first touch, but yeah, it happened so fast too. But yeah, pretty sure he'd like to have that one back.
Well, as they say, the ball never lies. Well,
I need to tell you that that's,
point on that, though.
As a coach, I need to tell you that sadly that's not true. I wish. Well, don't lie, because you get three.
I don't really buy into it.
You get 3 in a row, and you
fun
go.
To say.
Yeah. Nice serve.
Oh.
And that's a point right there. It's an illegal block. Number 23 is in the back row. You cannot go over the net to block or pass the ball to the other side. You're an illegal blocker. You're in the back row. That's why it happened. Miami's back in this match.
16-12. They get one right here. It's on.
Still a system.
Pretty nice pass there. Good block. Set her up. Another good block. That was almost carried over.
This one's crucial.
Ooh. We're playing volleyball now, baby.
Out of bounds. Virginia falling apart right now after a big lead. Coach trying to let them, let's go. Fight.
Now why? Why are they falling apart?
To be honest, in the women's game, they're so mental.
Yeah.
Like this happens all the time.
The ebbs and flows, huh?
Yeah.
That's good set. Yeah, that's how you get yourself back into things. That was good to settle things down and stop the bleeding. Now you've got a 4-point advantage, leading 17-13. This is still your set to force that decisive 5th one. Ashley Lee serving.
It's an easy pass. Oh, that's a great hit by Abby Casiano, which I believe that's her first hit of the night. She hasn't been set. Obviously, she wasn't playing, but she's tall and big enough to smack that ball in there. That's a great set. Easy overpass. Passing is the name of the game, and serving too. Savannah has that really good serve from 1 to 5, making that outside think about it.
17-15. Miami has nearly erased a 10-point deficit.
Bad pass. That's a free ball.
This is going to be a massive opportunity. Lopez a little greedy. Does it turn into a Virginia point? Not yet. Cologne sends it over. Boy, that's a massive point for Virginia. Did Grace Lopez get a little bit?
It is, yeah, maybe. I mean, I would have still. I like aggressive players. I probably hate that if you can just rip it, run offense, but she took a nice gamble. I'm in with that.
All right, 18-15. Good serve. Casiano in or out. 2 crucial points for the Who's.
On forced errors, it's what got Miami back into this match. Obviously, Virginia with no forced errors, not Miami giving it back to them.
A lot of attacking errors.
Yes. Feliciano coming in to serve.
1916.
I like for Maria Heredia's chances when she serves. I mean, they're looking for those stats. They know what they're doing, but they want to make sure that that ball goes in there. Good serve.
Oh.
Under. I don't know if Feliciano did it on purpose or whatever, but I wouldn't serve that libero at all. I try to make sure that the outside does the job.
Yeah, she can handle anything, can't she?
Yes. Or even serve to one.
That's another really nice serve. Had to be handled. And a block by the Canes.
It's a great block.
Grieve and Casiano.
Blocking Abby Tatter.
Those two are ruthless.
It's a very tough job because she goes for that one. Like even off the net, that's a very fast set. I think there was a scream there by Angie, and they're gonna give her a yellow card or something, or calling the captain.
Yeah, so what? It's
well, like I said, you're supposed to turn. That's the rule.
Okay.
I mean, it's by the way, it's an etiquette rule, same as the one that I've been criticizing when you don't. But you're supposed to actually talk to the other side.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Still, if I was coaching Angie, I'll probably get her a cupcake for that. That's part of the game. Great play by Feliciano. Oh, that's a double.
Could be tie. Could be tie. Could be tie. The lid's going to come off this play. Might need another timeout, Coach. And Shannon Wells is going to take her second and final timeout here in the fourth set. Miami's erased a 10-point deficit.
Coach Cano not too happy. He knows that they missed on a carry and they're a double, but he needs to play it out. Right now, Virginia's the one struggling. Obviously, the coach asked for the timeout. Right now, my message will be that the score is 0-0. This is the first one to 6 points. You're resetting. Just go. Just do your stuff. Forget about the score.
First to 6 and win by 2.
But like I say, it's such a mental game for anyone. The moment I see it in little girls and I see them in experienced girls, they look at that scoreboard and their emotions are attached to that scoreboard. And I'm like, don't you need to play no matter what? So it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of talking. Sports psychologists, everyone to let them know, listen, at the end, you're supposed to reset and keep on playing. You know, you just can't be playing based on the score. Easy from here, very tough from down there, because I've been down there for maybe too long. Jill talking about what's going on in there for both sides is where you're going to see, presenting them the options. You know what's funny? Both teams, I don't see anybody with an edge right now in body language. I see the Canes very quiet, very attentive there, but I see Virginia in the same manner. Somebody needs to step up and go, let's get this over with. You can see the tension on both sides. Nobody's there is relaxed. Might look relaxed, but they're not. You see the tension on both sides there.
I think I feel it.
If I was down, what was it, 15-4 at some moment?
Yes.
And I'm back at 19 apiece, I'll be having a party in there. Like, let's go, let's go. I was that person. See the serve from Feliciano.
Well, here we go. All square at 19. Miami has erased a 10-point deficit in the fourth set.
Good serve and a good pass.
And a good kill.
Yes, it was. Pretty smart what they did there. They moved their middle, which has been, to me, their best offensive player, Abby Tatter. They just had her hit from the right side.
And Tatter will hit the sidelines for just a moment.
She has a crazy fast arm.
Gomillion serving. Good serve. Really good serve. Beautiful.
Good pass.
Grieve. See ya.
Good job from Angie there. That fast-paced offense, which makes it hard on the blockers. Look how fast this offense is. And misread there by the middle. She thought they were going to hit Grace, which was a really good choice, but they went with Angie. Good job by Savannah back on that assist.
Moisio serving. That's a
He got
beauty.
lucky. I
Off
think
the
that was
roof.
going to go out.
This is going to be a freebie for the Canes. And Coach Kennel was not happy with the way that transpired, and Miami still comes away with a point. Now they've got the lead here in the fourth set. Why wasn't he thrilled with what happened there?
Because he thought that somebody could have handled that ball, so Savannah didn't have to.
Canes with the lead. Moisio serving. Fourth set. Canes on the verge of storming back.
Oh, great dig.
A beautiful dig.
I think they're going to the middle again. Let's see. No.
An attacking error.
Maybe she should have. Virginia will not like to see this video again. They're out of rotation right now. I don't think they know this. They're out of rotation.
What a dig.
Nice move there. Off system, let's see, would set her out. Nice hit, Moisio couldn't dig. That could have been huge for Miami, get that 23. Great thing on both sides, both teams are still fighting. You see it on their defense, they're there, they're there, they're there. That's when you know your teams are in this match.
True blood serving. Miami leading by 1.
It's been a great set. Very crazy one, but a good one.
Yeah, one that Virginia's totally let slip away when they were up 10. Angela Grieve just taps it over.
These are the times that I wish she will swing, but I mean, she didn't do any mistakes there too, and she gets another swing there. Oh, nice touch there. Off the hands. Got a bit lucky there.
Miami leading 23-21. It's a great match. It's turned into a great match. Virginia thinking we
Nice
shouldn't
roll
be in
shot
this
there.
position.
Yes, nice roll shot by Angie there.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Great hit.
Holy cow, with authority.
How tall is number 9? She's not the tallest player. What an
Sarah
arm.
Hecty, a 5'10" graduate outside hitter out of Prosper, Texas, started her career Texas A&M. She transferred in as a graduate.
What an arm.
Oh,
I mean,
where's she been all match?
Yes.
23-22 now. A lot of good serving here late. Oh, that's a bomb. And we've got ourselves a set point and a match point.
One great thing from this set, which Coach Kennel might see it and go, oh my God, how ugly was this set? Still, it's a great message. I could be down 15-4 and I can come back. That says a lot about the grit of this team.
Angela Grieve serving for the match. Great serve. Can Virginia stay alive?
Yes, they do.
Indeed.
That serve was by far going to be out of bounds. They still played it.
So the match point stays intact. Varicia Yan serving for Virginia, or is she going to hand things off? She will indeed to Katie Johnson out of Gainesville.
Miami now with 3 good hitters.
Kate Johnson serving. Canes trying to dispose of the Who's in Coral Gables. On its way, handled at the net. An opportunity.
Swing,
Aurelia
girl.
Colon, she swings, it's blocked. Another block, and that's the
win.
game winner. The
Yes.
Canes take care of Virginia. They stun them in the fourth set, trailing by 10. They come back to win it, and Miami wins the match 3-1. Now, hold on a second.
She's gonna try to challenge. I don't know.
Shannon